Hey guys, Leo here. Welcome back to another video. And wow, welcome back. We're actually going to do the new stuff. I've been off the ball a little bit because of various reasons, but you don't need to know about that. I just want to mention a little bit about Miss Venti here. Well, I do want to continue covering her. Well, as anyone has already noticed watching her stuff, she hasn't really made any good arguments. So therefore, I'm not putting out any more stuff until she puts like actual legitimate arguments out there instead of just statements that say, I don't like this thing, here's some numbers, and not tell us where to connect. So that's basically it. Like, I hope I didn't annoy you guys too much about that kind of content. I do appreciate the support that you guys have given me as well, who have joined, being a subscriber to the channel. We're, slowly reaching the big 1K, so I appreciate that support there. So we're back into actually my regular stuff here. So let's get going right to the news here. First piece here. It was a few days ago, we see here from Bounding Comics. Funimation support claims Azure Lane, the complete series, physical release will not be censored. Now, a few days ago, there was a story that made by even Bounding Comics themselves, saying that there was a scare from a lot of people saying, "Oh, wait, they're gonna censor the Azure Lane anime for Blu-ray and DVD release," because as I understand it, I didn't finish this series, at least watching the series, is that there's some censorship that from classic anime where you have the light beams or just very convenient other things to censor stuff, there's fears that that was the TV release and that would be the exact same thing you'd be getting in Blu-ray, and we can see down here that customer service has so far concerned that would be not the case. Now, no offense to customer service, they work their best how they can. Customer support, they always do the best they can with the info they have. So I would love them to be right. They do mention here that earlier the week they did a report on that, and now following that report, there was a tweet by Mr. AJ Cosplay. It began circulating. So this is a tweet from AJ Cosplay talking about a message that they had between them and Funimation support, and it says that they will not be censoring it for home release. Now, doing what due diligence as they do, Bounding the Comics themselves reached out to Funimation as well and their support team to see that Azure Lane home release will not, so we'll have the uncut version. Well, uncut means doesn't mean uncensored, but as we can see from this message here, they will have the uncut version of the series. No censoring on this home video, and previous posts that not directly from Funimation's blog or social media are incorrect. This comes because there was a guy from Robert's Anime Corner that published something saying about scare that it will be censored. So far as we know, things will be uncensored for the fans of anime. I don't like censorship, so this is very good. Lets the actual artists show their stuff, show their metal in that. Now, another big story that came out yesterday. I didn't really feel like making a video on this yesterday, but part of this today. A lot of people already know at this point. People probably covered it. I didn't see any videos on it personally, but we can go next to the cancellation of Love Letter. Now, there's also a Twitter post as well. Now, Dr. APS, it felt really sudden, since the official Twitter account of Love Letter seemed to still be continuing to update on new characters, new voice actors, actresses, other artwork as well. And this came out, felt like kind of out of nowhere. Now, what's interesting to me is that, they turned off comments. That's not a problem. They have timestamps talking about particular things, about the beginnings, the drama here, quote unquote drama, doxing, and the stress that all that drama and doxing has caused. Failure, I don't remember that part, but then concluding that the game's not doing anymore. Dr. APS has chosen to delete all of their tweets, as far as I know, from yesterday, except for three addressing this issue, and a statement from Calixta, which was one of the voice actresses on the team at the time. And I believe no longer a part of the team. So they go through this. Now, my issue mainly is that they don't really address any of the issues that were brought up in any good detail by other people. I feel like it was bad that the team, obviously, that was doxxed. It's not good to be doxing people. But they claim that they lost motivation. It's very similar to their last project, Lovesick. I think if had they not been irresponsible with their previous and what was their current project, I think things could have gone way better. I think that was definitely a big fault of this failure of this project. And so this ends kind of a chapter in another Yan Sim game as we speak. And in related news, in some related news, I do have my audio on. I hope I have my audio on. Let me just quick. Yeah, I do. Okay. This is a little bit about the love letter thing from Dr. Apius themselves. So we have a related note we see here. This is the Twitch of Yandere Dev. And as you can see from this clip, he's abandoned humanity. He's become a VTuber. Oh, let me pause that. Why can't I pause it from the screen like that? Anyway, so Yandere Dev is running on that VTuber hype. I'm guessing this is just like a one-off thing, a joke thing on him and his Twitch chat and his supporters. Which I mean, you want, but you know, it's always good fun to rip on Yandere Dev, isn't it? Anyway, so with that, it just feels like now, even if he has a demo out, he has no competition anymore and doesn't have to worry as much. So he can relax on the front of development again. Wow. Like, I'm hoping the best that he does continue work on the game, because, man, I do not like the demo. Things are, heck. I played the demo before. I've released my like highlights on that kind of thing. I did a stream as well on that kind of thing. Anyway, so yeah, Yandere Dev just continuing on the drama around VTuber and stuff like that, especially with Venti, as we talked about earlier. So I don't know who knows at this point if he's actually going to continue developing the game. And in more positive, I'd say personally positive news, we have some news from Nichiban, as you can see by the title. Lee Isaac Chung to direct Hollywood live action remake of Your Name, and not Your Name, John. No, the movie is called Your Name. So this comes from the Hollywood Reporter. It looks like Mr. Chung will be director after last year, even though for some reason there was a tweet from Shinkai himself saying that Marcus Webb was to direct things. Things have clearly changed, as we can see here. And what I find interesting, I didn't really hear about this before, was that the screenwriters Eric Heiserer and Emily Gordon drafted scripts for the adaptation, and Crunchyroll apparently reported that it was to follow a Native American girl living in a rural area with a boy from Chicago, which is kind of interesting. They did the exact same thing, just swapped around a bit of like the people, the characters in that. And the one of the writers says that they explained it because they wanted their own Western perspective, because the producers Toho wanted to do that from a Western standpoint. I mean, I'm not against changes of that sort. Hopefully it's done well. I know there are people out there who just want to shove in characters for diversity points and doesn't do a good job of just making a good story. So if that was the case, I would have hoped, and now this changed, of course, I would have hoped that they did just a good story, given even the characters were different like that, and not just shoehorning things in there because, we want more diversity. So that's interesting there. They will continue with J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot Productions in producing it with Toho. So we'll see when that goes live. I'm interested in reviewing that when that comes. I don't know in how many years, 2 or 3 years probably. I'm interested all as well. Like, are they going to cast? Like, are they going to change the story back to something similar here? Who knows? We'll find out. And under news, we move on to a game called Nier Reincarnation. Now, this was announced in the Tokyo Game Show earlier. And as well, we can see here, there's a global release already in the works. I am interested in mobile games more than ever. I used to rag on them, but I'm a guy who plays mobile games a lot now, especially Girls Frontline mainly. But I'm getting into a little bit of Fate, but not for the reasons you think. Just because I want to see how good the story is. Talked to a guy recently, and he's like, "It's a pretty good story." Like, I'm interested. Anyways, there's an English account already. You can see here, and they did do a little bit of a teaser here, 5-second teaser. And down here, they also have the trailer. You can play that on their website from Silicon Era. I forgot to say that. Silicon Era. They talked about this. And pause. 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 I'm so professional. And some details on the pre-reg information here we got. So we get up to 10 free gacha pulls worth of of gems. It looks like so those gems are going to be their currency, and then you get a million yen solid gold mama statue if 1 million people sign up. So you get some exclusive stuff that way. Reminds me when I signed up for Girls Frontline, got exclusive skin from that. And I feel pretty good about it. Anyways, there's some, if you want more information too, there's actually some closed beta footage. As you can see, there's a link here from back in July. It's a nice video on it here. I wrote down the name here from someone named Point Rain. Some interesting stuff. You want to look that up yourself. And then 2 final stories for today. I'd say somewhat smaller, but they're still cool. Japanese culture, boys. I like me some anime, games, and Japanese culture. So we can go to J-List blog. They talk about the full-scale Gundam test. So I don't know a lot about Gundam. So apparently it's called the RX-78 Gundam. Outside the factory for Gundam Factory. I would assume it's the place that they produce the toys, or some of them at least. So now they can actually move, and we can see a video here. It's a test run of it moving. It's pretty silent. We should play that at like double speed. Can we play that double speed? Right. Oh, there. Boom. It can go up and down. Now obviously you can see the back there supported by something there, but it moves very cool. It's very smooth, especially for something that's 18 meters tall and 25 metric tons. As you can see here, I can walk, it can move its arms, change its hand gestures, bend its torso, and crouch, which is really cool. So I mean, obviously it's not going to be like an actual weapon. It's just an iconic anime thing. But it's really cool. I would love to visit to see that. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh man, very cool things. Engineers, 6 years of development, it says right here too. So, god damn, very cool to see. And one last story we got from Sora News. We have here a Japanese cosplayer reveals how to take the perfect mirror selfie. Now I wouldn't say perfect, but one very cool way of playing around with angles and light. Cosplay Hack. Woo! It comes from cosplayer and Twitter user Furuko, or their Twitter tag 909 Furiyua. I can't say that. Furiyura. That's hard to say. Anyway, so she has 2 photos here. So this is the first one, and this one's using her tips. We can go down here to take a selfie, take it upside down, and hold it underneath your waist or near the waist, and then so it makes your legs look longer, just like all the anime. Whoops, sorry, I just hit my mic there. Just like the cool anime girls with the long legs. As a man who likes legs, thank you. What am I saying? I like every feature of women most for the most part. Oh man, yeah. Anyways, that's all. That's a wrap for today. Give me your thoughts about Azure Lane. Do you think it'll be censored? Because I'm not trying to say that support is wrong, but do you think it'll be censored? Will their words hold true? Again, I won't blame them if the words don't come true, because it's corporate. And there's also cancellation of Love Letter. Wonder how you guys feel about that. And are you excited for the Nier game? Because I kind of am. I haven't finished the Nier Automata games or any of the other games as well. There's an anniversary game coming out, but I haven't touched any of this. I need to finish a lot of games. Or I could just continue playing Girls Frontline. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a like. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the support. We're nearing that wonderful 1K. And I'll see you guys in the next video.